jingle bells, jingle all the way. I have this Christmas feeling already because it's snowing. Yeah, today I want to talk about life is like a theater. I said it in, I think, 2 videos. I was listening to the audiobook of Vadim Zeland that is called Tufti. And he kind of explains that life is like a movie, or like a movie. And I want to talk about it in a very similar way, that life is like a theater. Because I think it's easier to imagine that. So, life is really like a theater, and we are playing different roles. Like, I'm playing the role now of being a YouTuber, and you might be playing the role of being a student, a mom, a dad, a daughter, a son, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a wife, a husband, whatever it is, but you are playing a role. This can also be you are playing a poor person, you are playing a rich person. You have all these character traits of a specific role that you are playing in life. And if you really see it like in a theater, imagine you are the actor. You are, now let's say, you are the hero in this play. And you are there, and you are not really noticing that people are watching you because you are so much in your role to play it perfectly. So you are playing this role of the hero of whatever theater piece it might be. And yeah, you don't notice that there are people that are watching you. You just play that drama that is going on. You are playing after the script, because there is a script that you need to act upon. And yeah, this is also what we do. The script that we have are our ideas about life in general. Like, what do we believe about our culture? What do we believe about money? What do we believe about gender roles? What do we believe about career? And everything. Our beliefs are kind of the script that we are playing in. And because of this script, we have these straightforward things that we will just do, because it's like normal for us to do that because we are in this script. But the funny thing is, if you imagine again, you are in that theater playing the hero. When you notice that there are observers watching you on the outside, that there is also kind of another world. There isn't just this drama you are immersed in, but there are also other people that are watching you. And when you get aware of that you are just playing this role, then everything can change. Then you can change your role. But more on that later. So you are in the theater and you see there are other people that are observing you. You're like, okay, what is happening? What is going on? I've been playing a role all my life. And this can be the same for you now. Like, you have been playing this poor person for a long time. I have been playing to be a test engineer for a long time. And now yeah, I decided to change my role, do something different. And of course, you can change the role always. But for some things, we are not even aware that we are playing a role, that we have these character traits of that theater character, and we can actually change it. I mean, of course, we cannot change everything. We cannot, like, yeah, maybe a little bit, but we cannot really change our physical appearance a lot. I mean, a lot is possible these days, but we cannot change everything. But in general, we can decide to play a different role, to act completely different. And if we get into this awareness, then yeah, a lot more is possible. Because then we are not in the script, like in this straightforward script where everything is 100% clear and we have to act on whatever was written there. But then we kind of step out of that script. We become the observer that is sitting outside, and then we can decide, like, okay, I want to act differently. But this only happens when we get into that awareness of what is happening. And I'm playing a role right now. Can you say that? I'm playing a role right now of whatever it is. But then put yourself into the shoes of the observer. Like, you are sitting there in the audience and you are observing this character, this hero, and you see what is going on, and you also see from an outer perspective how this person stands to other characters, and you also see what is this person really doing. Because a lot of times, I mean, we live very much inside of our heads these days, and it is also what is needed very often in our jobs that we do, in and also in general. There is a lot to think about. We have this information overload from everywhere. And then when we come back and stand on the outside and observe, then we see it's not too much happening really, but inside of our head there is a lot happening. There is so much going on, but in reality you are not really doing too much. Like, I mean, you could be laying in bed all day having 100,000 of thoughts and nothing is happening because you're just laying in bed. And I mean, if you are watching yourself from the outside as an observer, what do you see? You see a person laying in bed all day. Nothing else. I mean, whatever was going on inside of your mind. But in the world, from the outside, nothing much was happening. Yeah. So when you become aware of that, you can really change it. And the first step is always is awareness. If you become aware of that you are playing a specific role, like I said, for example, as the poor person, you can then step outside, and when you observe yourself as the audience in the theater, you're like, okay, what is this person doing? And as you are your own observer, your own audience, you also know, or most times kind of know what you're thinking. Then you also know which thoughts processes there are, and what was happening all the time. And yeah, when you become aware of that, then you can really change. Then you can say, okay, I've realized I have these beliefs about money, for example, and I want to learn more about money. I want to play the role of a rich person now. And therefore I will learn what rich people think and what they do. And then you kind of do something that is normally not really possible because you were in that straightforward script, you step out of that script and you step into another script. And you do that by thinking differently, by doing other actions. Because you decided to play another role, you also have to act and think differently. Yeah, but the thing is, this won't happen immediately. If you decided to change your role, it doesn't happen that you're one day later a rich person, for example. It takes time, because the reality we live in, all things are a kind of process and they need time. So wherever you are right now is actually the past. Like what you created by your thoughts and actions in the past is where you are now. But this, what is right now, is something you created in the past. So it's, what Abraham Hicks always says, it's old news. And if you start changing and you act differently, it takes some time, but step by step by step, you are stepping into that new script, into that new role that you want to play. And you can do that. Just become the observer, become the person that steps outside this role that you are playing all the time. Yeah. And see that you are playing a role in the first place. Yeah, so much on that topic. Now there was a snowflake in my camera. On the perfect moment. The camera also wanted to say goodbye to you. Oh well. So, I wish you a wonderful, amazing day. Maybe it's also snowing for you, who knows, maybe not. And yeah, have a wonderful day and snowflake again. See you tomorrow.